This is a message for Derek Chisora. I just seen that you said you think AJ would blast me out. Never in a million years. If the biggest puncher in history couldn't blast me out, and Vladimir Klitschko couldn't blast me out, a big old bodybuilder can't blast me out, my friend. So, Del, he ain't got the bottle to fight Usyk again. Usyk will smash him next time properly. Never mind beat him on points and knock him out. But listen, it only takes one man like me. There's only ever been one man on these shores, and he called the Gypsy King, a.k.a. Tyson Fury.
What's good, family? Massive love to my doggy, Royston Byron, for supporting the channel and boosting up the YB's dire coin situation, no doubt. So we just heard there from Tyson, Fury having another quick go on Anthony. It's bad for Mr. Johnston right now. Everyone having a go, yeah? Everyone dipping their wick in the Johnston. It's bad, what can I say? It's bad, yeah? It's bad. As much as AJ fans would love you all to believe, he ain't going through it right now. Listen, I've got a video coming soon. Fish eyes, hopped on, had a quick go, stipped his wick in. Yeah, trust me, everyone think there's something sweet with Anthony the bodybuilder Johnston. It's bad. What can we do though? What can you do? Yeah? You got whooped by Blobby, and then you shit your pants in the rematch. Yeah? Then you went in there with Pulev and went life and death, 50-50 with him. And then, Mr. Cruiserweight, a.k.a. Juicy Middleweight, Usyk, a.k.a. Juicyk. Alexander Usyk, yeah. Listen, let's call a spade it. Alexander Usyk went in there and turned you over. Mr. Middleweight, Mr. Juicy Middleweight, Alexander Usyk. And obviously, shout out to the general who made that good name there, because obviously listen, that name's 1,000, yeah? Listen. So you heard there from Tyson Fury. What did he say? Essentially, Derek Chisora came out in some interview. And listen, Chisora just a bit. I mean, I'm over the whole lot of this whole situation, to be honest. People keep Chisora this, Chisora that. Listen, Chisora, yeah. The fans don't want to. I'm sick of this whole narrative. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it slipped into the culture, yeah. But I'm sick of the narrative of, if I lose and innit? Since when has the UK become about losing? What's that about? It's weird. I'm sorry. What's that about? Since when is it acceptable to lose every time you go in there? Yeah, Derek Chisora. When he winning any of these fights? When he winning them? About I'm here to have war. No, you're here to lose. Is what you're there to do. About have war. What's the point of having a war and losing every time? I'm sick of it. YB, you know what Del Boy's like. He's a warrior. He's a loser. Yeah? And I'm not saying I'm a winner, but listen, I know what I am. I wouldn't never come on here and tell you, I'm a warrior. You're a loser is what you are. Yeah? Go in there with, you ain't training properly. You got about 2 rounds of gas. And you're hyping up about slapping your chest. Going in there with Joseph Parker, who we know ain't got no heart. Joseph Parker, he's not a gritty guy. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what frustrates me. Same as, look at Chisora versus Usyk. Chisora should have won that fight. But instead, he ain't training, he ain't taking it serious, and he's just going for the motions for the sake of it. And then you move on to Anthony Johnston. And you got to notice, these cats stick together. Chisora and AJ stick together. They're from the same gym. And whatever. I'm not riding this no more. Yeah? I'm not riding the soft carousel anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the losing. Yeah, from now on, don't tell me about no war unless you're winning. How about that? No more war. I don't want to hear about how hard you are. I don't want to hear about how gritty you are. If you're losing, and I wouldn't mind, fair enough, yeah, you can't win every fight. Or, you know what I'm saying? I understand you had to lose to Vitali and you had to lose to maybe Tyson Fury, but every man who's anyone, Chisora can lose. So that whole war narrative don't work for me. It just don't. I'm sorry, it don't work. Yeah, wars are only entertaining. I mean, if you're getting folded every time, if you're losing every time you turn up, well, where's the entertainment in that? Your fans don't turn up to watch you lose every time. Yeah, I don't want to retire. I want to get in more wars. You ain't getting in wars. You're losing. What's wrong with these guys, man? And that's what I can't do. I can't deal with this whole. For me, it's a narrative of it. Same as Johnston. After the fight against Usyk, what did he say in the post-fight press conference? I hope everyone had a great time. I hope everyone had a great time. You man I swear down, you man are so far in the top 0.1%. You don't know what reality is like. You ain't got a clue about it. And I'm not trying to bring on a big sob story, but it's true. You've gone in there and yeah, you've made $30 million, but your supporters have been bumped, yeah? Because you was sitting there shilling. You weren't saying about, listen, Johnston. Before Anthony Johnston went in there with Usyk, yeah, he wasn't saying, oh, fans, you know, I'm probably gonna lose a 3-round decision loss because I'm gonna go in there and go through the motions and have a sparring session. He weren't saying that. He was saying, oh man, you know, I'm gonna go crunk. It's gonna be knockouts. And what do the fans want? What do you want? Knockouts. When do you want it? Now. Like I said, if you don't believe me, go back and watch all of the build-up. Your man Johnston was gassing the thing up, all the way up. Yeah. So for you to gas it. And then after the fight, talk about, I hope everyone had a good time. Had a good time? How can we have a good time when you told us you was going in there totally ferocious? And like I said, Frank Warren, he had a go on you in the last few days, and rightfully so. Frank Warren said, Mr. Johnston, talking about how he needs to listen to some David Goggins for some motivation. You got 80,000 fans paid to watch your fight. You're making $30 million about you need David Goggins for some motivation. You need a slap is what you need, yeah? But these cats are funny style. And people like Chisora came out already. Oh, Rob McCrappen's the best trainer. Oh, AJ don't need to make any changes. He's the best. Just shills, yeah? And now you got Chisora being wheeled out, no doubt. Yeah, Chisora's been wheeled out to shill some more. Oh, AJ will deal with Fury. AJ can't deal with a cruiserweight. Come on, get serious, people. Yeah? Your mans can't deal with a cruiserweight who was never... Listen, the cruiserweight, yeah? Usyk wasn't known as a one-banging cruiserweight. He couldn't finish people at cruiserweight. He was boring at cruiserweight. He comes up a weight. Comes up 20 pounds. Sorry, 30 pounds. Comes up 30 pounds. And literally, Tony Bellend, who ain't no good himself, Tony Bellend had a better fight with Usyk than AJ did. The only thing that saved AJ, yeah, was the extra 25 pounds he had. If you'd have given Tony Bellend the extra 25 pounds, he'd have made it to the end of the fight, I reckon. Do you know what I'm saying? The only thing that saved Johnston was the extra 20 pounds, where he was able to kind of absorb the shots better. You best believe, if he was the same weight as Usyk, he'd have been flat on his back. About, AJ gonna do this with Fury. AJ ain't gonna do AJ wanna worry about what he's gonna do with a middleweight, about Fury. And I'm like, oh, YB, you've been paid. Please pay me. Yeah? Please send them coins in. I wish I was paid. Nothing to do with paid, it's to do with reality. Yeah, and the reality is, all we've got from Team Johnston, including Chisora, is woof. Yeah? All they're doing is woofing. Bunch of woofing. I've got a video coming soon. You got Johnston pumping weights again. Pumping weights. This guy pumping weights like a proper bodybuilder, like a proper Calvin Klein model. I swear to God, doing leg raises. What part of leg raises is going to help you find your ball sack? Yeah, leg raises isn't what lost you the fight. You don't need no more leg raises. You've had plenty of them. What you want to do is work out how to find that thing that pumps in your chest, Johnson. Try and find it. It's called a heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. About Goggins. I'll give you Goggins in a minute. Yeah? Anyway. Fury. And I rate people who call a spade. And on this one, yeah. What can we say? Oh, AJ fan. Oh, no, but Fury this, Fury that. I'm done with. I've already admitted, no one's perfect. Fury's certainly not perfect, yeah, but in this occasion, show me the lies he's telling. Yeah? Chisora's been wheeled out. He's been wheeled out. I'm not even sure he believes it, to be honest. He's just pulling the party line. Yeah? There's no way. You ain't even shown you can deal with. I mean, seriously. Anthony Johnston, in the last 3 years, hasn't even shown he can deal with a proper Mr. Blobby, who got dropped by Bob Arum because he don't sell no tickets. And I got a video coming soon, exposing Andy Ruiz. He ain't no good. I'm sorry, people, just because Mr. Johnston made him look like Terminator 2.0, he ain't no good. That's what the facts say. He ain't. Yeah? Then you went in there with Pulev and went life and death again. Took you 10 rounds. of a tough fight. He was running around all night, scared to get stuck in with some old dude who's never been known. Listen, Pulev's never been known. It's one thing, yeah, running away from Andy Ruiz, aka Mr. Blobby. It's another thing to run away from a man like Pulev, who's known to not have more than a jab and a right hand. I couldn't work out myself. I thought, wait a minute, how are you scared to engage with an old man who don't have no inside game? Even Vlad, who also don't have no inside game, gave him the left hook. The left hook Larry. Listen, Vlad left hook Larried Pulev half to death. But then you got Johnston, Mr. Combination Puncher, taking all night to get the job done. And even then he weren't really committing. He was frigidly going in there. And you want to talk about what you can do with Fury? Let's get realistic, people. And the reason I'm frustrated here is the fact that people should be calling a spade a spade. And yeah, Eddie Hearn, he's not fully exposing the truth, but he's more on the side of the truth at the moment. Eddie Hearn said, listen, he needs to make a change. Yeah? But even that's not enough to be. I'm not going to justify Eddie Hearn because he ain't being honest. The true honest truth is, someone needs to sit down, yeah? Publicly or not. I'll tell you what you don't need to do. What you don't need to do is talk about how he got this under control and he can do this to Fury. Are you serious? Yeah? What, Chisora, what have you been watching? I'll tell you what you ain't been watching. You ain't been watching the last 3 years of his career. Oh, but YB, what are you talking about? AJ's making £30 million a fight. You're in the basement. What's your point? So wait a minute. So the fact that he's making $30 million, what does that prove? Does that make it... Has that added 6 inches to his twang? Has it? You man tell me. I don't know. Because the sad thing is, $30 million or not, it didn't make a scrap of difference. 80,000 fans or not, didn't make a scrap of difference. You went in there and you rolled over like a big whopper. And now all your team are out here woofing for you. Yeah? Bunch of woofers. Simple as that. What you want to do is all wind your neck in and start showing things. Like I said, I don't want to hear no more about no war if you're losing. How about that? I don't want to hear about Warrior. I don't want to hear about Throwback Fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think you man appreciate what I'm talking about here. I'm sick to death of hearing about all these social media hashtags. And then you got people like Chisora who can't win a fight for love nor money. That's the first thing. Yeah? Those things, let me tell you man something now. Those things don't sound cool when you lose every time, Chisora. Get it in your head. Yeah? I'm done with praising, YB, but Del Boy's a warrior. Del Boy is good, don't get me wrong, yeah? Does Jarrett Chisora make losing look good? He does, but he's still losing. Why do we have to accept that? Why do we have to pay for pay-per-views for a man we know is going to go in there and lose? Yeah? Not training and finding yourself in a hard fight after 2 rounds. Where's the praise in that? But YB, it's Del Boy. He's a warrior. No. He don't take the sport serious, and he thinks it's a big joke. And he turns up and just goes through the motions, and he loses. That's what the truth is. Yeah? There's no pride in that. The pride is finding a way to win. That's what we're supposed to celebrate. And that's why I can't knock Fury, because guess what? Found a way to win. Bottom line. Yeah? He's doing something right now that none of these other guys are doing. Johnston, you show me in the Usyk fight, 1 of the 12 rounds, you saw him try and find a way to win. I've seen Tyson Fury peel himself off the canvas back-to-back times. Oops. I've seen him come back. Yeah? Johnston, his backside was twitching the whole night about going down. And that's the bottom line. He's scared to death of his own shadow. That's it. He's scared. Yeah? About he'll do this with Fury. He won't do anything in this state. And if you demand to appreciate that, you ain't got no chance. If you don't get that in your head, yeah, and there's no amount of flying out to Dubai and pumping leg weights is going to change that. Do you get that? Team Johnston, do you get that? But YB, he's in Dubai and he's training with this man and he's doing leg weights and what's that going to do? Yeah, he was doing leg weights before. What's that going to do? And I am glad that Tyson Fury is taking it upon himself to have a go on Johnston whenever he wants to, because he's the only one, really, who's calling a spade a spade. AJ don't need no more gooch lickers. Yeah, that's what he don't need. He's got plenty of them. He's already got Angel Fernandez around him. Fernando Alonso. He's already got a load of stroker offers. He don't need no more of them. He needs someone to tell him the truth. And I always wonder, wait a minute, why don't Johnston bring in anyone who tells the truth? You know why? Because he can't take, emotionally he can't take it. That's what I've concluded. He can't take it. He must be surrounded by people who stroke him off. Bottom line. Yeah? Simple as that. So Fury ain't lying here, people. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say, Fury is a bit gassed when he says about, Deontay Wilder's the biggest punching heavyweight. Listen, Deontay Wilder's no good either. Let's call a spade here. Yeah? Deontay Wilder ain't all that. I've been saying that for the longest time. Deontay Wilder is absolutely not the hardest punching heavyweight of all time. Deontay Wilder would be lucky to be in top 20, in my opinion. I just don't rate him, myself. That said, guess what? He's more dangerous than Usyk is. Put it that way. Oops. Yeah? So whatever I say about... no matter how bad Deontay Wilder is, Fury has got a better win over Deontay Wilder than AJ has with a loss against a cruiserweight. How about that? Yeah? Same as Andy Ruiz. As bad as Deontay Wilder is, he ain't worse than Ruiz. The guy who got moshed by a 40-year-old Chris Arreola. Yeah? Fury also says that Johnston hasn't got the bottle to fight Usyk again. Yeah? Tyson Fury says Anthony Johnston doesn't have the bottle to fight Alexander Usyk again. I can't lie to you, man. It is kind of suspect the way that it's been. How long now? AJ's renowned for having a fight, and it normally gets locked in ASAP. It's been about 4 months. It is kind of a bit suspect, truth be known. But I'm not knocking it. If you need time to get things right, but again, that's the problem. He ain't getting things right. He's too busy wheeling out. He's too busy making advertisements with Under Armour, trying to psyop the fans about a throwback fighter. He ain't taking it serious. Yeah? The YB ain't been brought in yet. That's the problem you got. You still got a bunch of man just stroking you off. You don't want to hear the truth that you're soft. Yeah? That's what you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear the truth that you've been drinking way too much estrogen in the water. How about that? Instead, you bring all these massages in. But YB, this guy AJ, he's got this man from the 70s. He's got this special thing from the 70s, and this special wait a minute, where was all this specialness? All you man who were gassed here about his training team, where was all the specialness when he was running around for Mr. Blobby? Where was it? Oh, was that special? Oh, YB, it's special. It's amazing. He was able to run away from Mr. Blobby for 12 rounds. Oh, wow. Yeah? So wait there, the man pushes your wig all the way back for you, and you go in there and run around, and you want to talk about throwback. What? Yeah? I told you before. The only part of throwback of that fight, the only part of throwback of AJ vs Ruiz 2 was your booty. Yeah? Because you was throwing it back. That's what you was doing about throwback fighter. Now, the last thing Fury says is that Usyk will KO AJ in the next fight. Now, I'd be lying if I told you I'm going to bet on Usyk winning this fight. Yeah, because I don't know what's going on. But listen, having said that, I'll tell you what we do know. There ain't no way I'm putting no money on Johnston. You best believe that. And that's another thing as well. That's what I've got to say about all you so-called AJ fans, yeah? Oh, YB, you turncoat. I'll tell you what to do. Don't talk about turncoat. From now on, before you talk about turncoat, just show me the betting slip you've put on for the Usyk rematch. Just show me that, yeah? Because that will show me, wow, I might be a turncoat. Because look, there's a whole bag of man in the comments putting up a whole bag of money to back Johnston. Oops, yeah? Because you man are good at talking about turncoat, but where's the coins at? Because my coins have already been donated, yeah? Let me see your coins. How about that? How about you a turncoat with Johnston? Johnston betrayed me, the 80,000 fans in the arena, and everyone else who was a die-hard supporter. Because what we were die-hard supporters of, we were die-hard supporters that Johnston wouldn't give up on himself. We thought he wouldn't roll over. Yeah? Guess what? He rolled over. Bottom line. And if you think anything different, you're delusional and you're a fangirl. Yeah?